question in the writing section is the essay. Now, both the general candidates and the academic candidates will have to take up this question. The writing task or task 2 consists of an essay. Very similar to what we wrote way back in school or in college. The essay has 3 parts: an introduction, the body, and the conclusion. However, there is one point that I would like to emphasize. Please do not copy the question. Instead, paraphrase the given question and in the first part or the introduction, declare what is your position on that question. Now, when we talk about declaring what is your position, from where does this arise? So, I would like to frame my sentence in this manner. There are 4 types of essay questions. The first is to say whether you agree or you disagree. The second would be to talk about advantages and disadvantages. The third calls for making a choice, and the question can be framed in this manner: to what extent do you agree or disagree? Now, what do we mean by to what extent? To explain it in a very simple manner, how much of points do you have that you want to support it, or how much do you oppose it? Maybe it could be in an 80-20 or a 70-30. I'm not really talking about the percentage, but I'm saying to what extent. So if you agree to a greater extent, use the word that I support this idea to a larger extent, and in a few areas I oppose it, or it could be vice versa. So that's the third type of the essay. And the fourth would be when you are given a situation and you are asked to talk about what could be the cause for the problem and what solutions you come up with. So by and large, these are the 4 types of questions that you get. All the essays have to conform to 250 words. You can write a little more if you have the ability, but even if you write 255 words, depending on the quality of your writing, you will be able to get a very good band score. Now, what is the structure that you need to follow? Simple. Have an introduction, have a body which is the support area, and finally you have the conclusion. Now, what do we do in the introduction? Explain the question and cast your opinion. I agree, I disagree, or you say that you are going to speak on both the merits and the demerits of the topic. When you come to the body of the essay, ensure that you have at least 3 or 4 good ideas and support them with examples. So when you get these individual ideas, write them in separate paragraphs. Do not put it into one blog point, because paragraph writing is necessary for the examiner to understand what you are conveying. In the conclusion, please don't come out with new ideas. Just conclude by saying what you mentioned in the introduction and wind up your essay. In case your topic was to decide which would be better, for example, I've come across a question that says, in doing voluntary work, who benefits more? Is it the volunteer or the community. So if you chose a particular stance, well, mention that this is how you came to the conclusion. So with this brief introduction, I will also want to tell you that how do I get ideas? Do a lot of general reading. Look at advertisements. Watch television for new ideas. And please, write every day, because if you write every day, you will feel comfortable on the day of the test.